gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me.
What's going on, nation, and welcome to week 1 of season number 2 of the Mission Recondition series here on Madden 25 with the Jacksonville Jaguars as they're in action here tonight. It is Thursday night football, and we're kicking off the new season as we're hosting the Cincinnati Bengals here, as we're on the journey here to try to see if we can get our second straight Super Bowl victory here. Of course, we won our first ever championship here in franchise history last season. Many saying it was a fluke and it was a one-time thing. Others here, of course, in Jacksonville, here in Duval, think, well, we might have the best team in the league. As you take a look here at our season goals here, of course, you know, I kind of want to make it realistic and not try to shoot too far, but I think reasonably with the team that we have on paper and what we have for the first couple of weeks of the season here, we have a couple of tough games. We got Colts and Texans coming up within the first 5 weeks of the season. I think it's pretty reasonable that we can try to strive for the playoffs here. We got a pretty good team. We still got a pretty good core of players that were on the Super Bowl team from last year, with a few newcomers, a few rookies here that can help us out here. And of course, they'll have to find their role and of course help us get to that to the peak of the NFL scene. As you see here, we're talking with a reporter here as this is during some practice here, and there you see of course she's asking some questions about what we think is our weakest and our strongest on our team here, and of course we're answering the questions as best we possibly can. Of course, this is a weird feature in the game. Because whatever you say, they're gonna really grill it to you and whatnot. And of course, if I was actually playing the games, that's the goal. Because I know in my Bear series, I kind of write down everything I've been saying to the press and kind of focus on goals here. But 4,000 goals or 4,000 yards here for this season, it's a pretty reasonable goal. We had that last year. I think you're getting close to 5,000 yards for the season. As you take a look there, so we promised 4,000 yards this season, so we'll try to see if we can do that. But Joe Burrow, of course, will be the player that we'll have to watch here in this first matchup here. The first quarterback we'll have to be tested by here. As I see old Joe, cool Joe there. Looks like the coaches say we should be attacking his medium passing game here. I'm more concerned about his short passing game, but I think with the Bengals, with the season they had last year, I think with some of the pieces they got, I believe that they will try to go with that medium passing game there. So I'm going to go ahead with it. If by chance that is not the case, then obviously we'll change it up going into the second half. But there you see 4,000 yards, a little over 4,000 yards for Joe Burrow, 44 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He was sacked 30 times for the season, and of course he completed 70% of his passes last year. And of course on defense here, we're going to have to, of course, be aware of, or I should say our offense here should be more aware of this man right here, Trey Hendrickson. He is an edge rusher here. He is definitely going to try to put down our backs here. And there you see a 88 overall star dev. And of course, he's been in the league for some time now here. And of course, I think last season, if I remember correctly, I think he had some injury. He wasn't on the field for the complete season, but he is in the top 10 when it comes to defensive ends in the league. And he is definitely going to be targeting our backs there in that backfield to stuff the run. And of course we got ETN in the backfield there, and of course Bigsby is going to be a huge piece there for us this season, as he will be helping us out in the backfield as well, as we were kind of having the same setup that we had last year, kind of having both halfbacks out there and changing up the offense slightly here. We're not going to change too much because last year we kind of had a pretty good thing with some of the plays we were running and some of the guys that we had out there. Of course, obviously, with some change from the team from last year, with releasing a couple players as well as not re-signing some of the ones that we had. We let them go because of free agency. We got some new faces here, like Tez Johnson here. He's going to be a huge impact for us. We're trying to get him on the field as often as we possibly can. We got a couple of formations there for him, as well as Jaden Higgins. Another player there that we're trying to get out there on the field and see what he can do early on in the season. And of course, our quarterback is waiting in the wings there. Will Howard from Ohio State is waiting to, take his at some point here, take the reins and see what he can do here with the Jaguars. Now, I will tell you, for whatever reason, I think it was a glitch in the game, but Will Howard in this game happened to be black. In real life, he's white. And I noticed that during one of the preseason games I was watching, I'm like, wait a minute, that's incorrect. Now, going in there to edit, I went in to go try to edit, and they have him as white in the edit. But when he's actually in gameplay here, he is black. So I think the game glitched or whatever it was. I'm using, if you guys don't know, Octavia Gaming, his realistic rosters there, and for whatever, I think he had something on operation on his Facebook or his YouTube page there, saying that there was a glitch with the issue there, and I just happened to see that as we were doing the draft, and I'm like, well, that is okay. That's going to be interesting. As we see here, Cincinnati already on a roll here, as they're getting this ball here down the field here pretty quickly. As we see another great catch here on Thursday Night Football. And of course, the Bengals want to get on a hot streak here, want to come into Jacksonville and play well from the get-go here, as Higgins takes that one down there and gets a nice first down here for the Bengals. So the Bengals now on our 37-yard line here, 1st and 10, as Joe Burrow in the shotgun here. And he's going to drop back here, and he's going to hand this one off there to Edwards, who gets loss of a few yards there. And, of course, he's going to have to try to get those yards back here for what they're going to try to do here. So, obviously, 3rd down here, they're going to pass. Joe Burrow's going to go ahead, and, he's going to get tackled in the backfield there, and that is Khalil Mack. The big Mack attack getting the sack there on Burrow. And, of course, Mack, we got him in a pretty decent deal here, a 1-year deal. Playing the linebacker position, of course. Occasionally he'll play on the line from time to time, depending on teams that especially like to run the ball a lot. But today we have him in that linebacker position playing on the well, he's actually playing on both sides here in different formations here. As we see a flag being called here, and I just seen what they're going to call here, and that is going to be roughing the kicker. As you see there, just playing a little too aggressive there, and that is on Reed there, a rookie. So rookie, he's going to have to be pulled to the side here and told, hey, you can't be doing that, because when you do that, you're putting us in jeopardy here. So now Jacksonville will stay on defense as the offense of the Bengals will come out here. 1st and 10, the ball at 34. Burrow throws this one up there. That's going to be completed, and that's going to be caught somewhere near around the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bengals, as the Bengals here get a nice free yardage there way of the rookie. And, of course, he's still learning the game here, especially in the speed of the game here in the NFL. As we'll see an incomplete pass there. Nice stop there. I believe that's the other rookie there, Rashawn Sherrill Jr. We're hoping to see big things from him as we drafted him, I believe, in the 4th round, as we see a player down now for the Bengals. And looks like it's going to be an injury timeout. And looks like it's going to be on Huggins there, as he will have to set out here on this particular play. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Bengals as they're on this Jaguar 16-yard line. Joe Burrow here throws this one there. That's a quick pass. That's going to be completed, as that's, of course, going to be by Jamar Chase, as he'll get the first down there inside the 10-yard line. So nice catch there from him. As, of course, I believe this is the... No, last year we did not play on. The first game was in Miami, so I don't think we played on Monday night or Thursday night. So we're starting off the season here. Obviously, winning the Super Bowl last season. We have to play in front of the world here. And see a pass, and that's going to be intercepted. Great play there for the secondary as they jump this one. And that is no other than Darnell Savage. We're hoping to have another great year with him, as he is able to pick that off. Great job there, jumping that passing lane and finding the first interception of the season here on Joe Burrow. As, man, we've been nice if he got to take that one back, but he's going to get caught there. And now that's going to be inside the 10 here for Jacksonville. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence here. I'll call him Trevor Story there. I've been playing too much baseball here as of late. But Trevor Lawrence coming out here. We'll see him in action as he will take the first snaps of the start of the season here. Ball underneath their own shadow of the goalpost here on their own 6. We'll see a handoff here, and we're going to be smart as we run this one with ETN. And of course, ETN, hopefully we'll have him out here on the field a lot more than we did last season. He had a couple of games he didn't play all the way through. But that's why we kept Bigsby around. And of course, we have another rookie halfback helping out in the backfield there as well. And, of course, the big question is, are we going to keep him around for the rest of the remainder of the season, along with Trevor Lawrence and the quarterback position here? Is depending on how Lawrence plays, there'll be a big decision on if we keep him around. So, a penalty on the field, and it's going to be roughing the passer. It looks like it's going to be on the Bengals. This is going to be on Hendrickson. Roughing the passer there. 15-yard penalty. A first down here for Jacksonville. As the ball's on their own 34-yard line. Quick pass there. Nice job there getting this one to Christian Kirk. As the captain gets the catch. And he'll be at the 40-yard line for a second and 4. We'll go jump down to a 3rd and 4. Trevor Lawrence here decided to call his own number instead. And he's going to get the first down, as he's going to be met at midfield, as he's able to help move the chains here. And, of course, we want to see more of that from Trevor here this season. We don't want to see him, drop back too far and get caught with the pocket collapsing. We're trying to, this year, the offensive line is still a growing issue. We're still trying to, I think this upcoming draft, we're going to, draft again, focus on the offensive line, make it better. We have a great left tackle there that can help us out. And we just want to continue making it grow bigger and better and stronger here for whatever quarterback decides to play in that backfield. As we'll see a handoff now to ETN. He's trying to come around the corner, and he's going to get met by the defense there. Nice stop there, but he'll get a couple yards on the carry as we're at now a third down. So now we're in the 42-yard line of the Bengals, looking to try to score here with 3:40 left, and he is going to get it met up again there as Hill and a couple other Bengals, Wilson and Henderson, get there, makes the stop. As we take a look here, and there you see the just offensive line was just overwhelmed there as they try to do their best to make a stop, but they're going to be forced to punt. So now Bengals will get the ball here at their own 20-yard line here. 1st and 10, still no score here in the first quarter. As we'll see a handoff now going to the halfback. He is going to be running this one for a nice gain of 5 on the play. As he is, of course, trying to move the chains here. I believe this is their rookie. I can't remember exactly what his name is, but we'll see here with the 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bengals. I imagine they'll probably go back to the run here. We'll see if they'll do that here. Play clock now to 9. And now the Bengals chasing down the quarterback there. Fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive line. Great job forcing that fumble. As I want to say that is Hamilton on that fumble recovery there. As we'll take a look here and see exactly who that was. But nice job there getting that backfield and getting hold of the quarterback there. As the defense comes alive here. And now with great field position here, we're in the side of the red zone here. The ball's at the 15-yard line. So now Lawrence has a good opportunity here to get something of the offense moving. As we see ETN makes a nice scramble there. That's going to be just a gain of 9. As he is just a yard short of moving the chains once again for the Jags. As we'll see a drop back here for Trevor. Trevor here scrambling here, looking for a block. Gets one by the halfback there by Bigsby. And that is going to be a touchdown. Jacksonville Jaguars, as they score the first points of the season. And they put us on the board here early on. Nice run there. A nice block there from Bigsby, as he's helping out the quarterback that time around. Finding the end zone and putting 6 points on the board. So nice job there. As we are now up by 7 here with less than 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. We'll see now 1st and 10 here on their own 32 for Jacksonville. And of course, this season, like I said, we're trying to get to the playoffs here again. We've got a kind of a weird schedule. We got this game, and of course, then we have, I believe we have a Monday night game coming up with the Colts and in Indy. And then we turn around and play the Texans here. And then we stay here for a week, week 4, as we play the Colts again. And then week 5, we play against the Texans. So whoever made our schedule, thank you so much for putting 4 divisional games within the first 5 weeks of the season. And then it looks like we play the Texans, or the Titans later on throughout the season. I think we play them after our bye week. I think we have an early bye week this year. As we see a nice stop in the backfield there. Nice job there from the defensive lineman, Armstead, as he makes a stop. We'll see now 3rd and 7 coming up here, as we have about a couple ticks left here in the first quarter. Burrow drops back here, throws this one. That's going to be completed, and he's going to be able to cross the 50 as they'll move the chains here. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. First quarter not going so well here for Cincinnati. They've coughed the ball up and gave Gus great field position there to score our first touchdown. There you see Trevor scoring that one. And it's Thursday Night Football, and we lead this one here 7-0. As we start the second quarter now here, 1st and 10. As we'll be now switching the side up here. Quick pass, that's going to be completed by Chase. And he is looking at a 2nd and 3 coming up. Of course, Jacksonville trying to play close here, trying to watch for those mid-range passes here. But we've kind of seen a lot of short-range passes as well as a pretty good run here, as they've been able to see there, I believe that's the rookie Edwards there for them, as he is making a next run there for the conversion. As we'll see now, 1st and 10, pass there, quickly they're thrown. And again, we're just not playing close enough, playing too much zone to my liking here. As Chase will go ahead and they'll give him the 1st down. So inside the 30, I believe they're marked at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. As Colts, or excuse me, the Bengals here trying to run this one here again, and that's just going to give him a few yards there. Joe Burrow asking, well, where was the hole at there, the offensive line. So now 2nd and 8 coming up. Look like they could be set up for a pass here as Edwards here in motion. Drops back. Joe Burrow gets the throw there. That's going to be a nice catch, and they're going to force him out of bounds there at the 18. As it's going to be now 3rd and 6. So now Bengals here trying to see if they can convert here on this 3rd down. They got to get this one near the 12-yard line to get the 1st down. Ball's at the 18. Drop back here. Pass there. That's going to be completed. Nice catch, and that's going to get him to the 7-yard line as he finds his tight end there on that play. And that's another 1st down here for the Bengals. As we'll take a look at the replay. And just a great slant pass there to the tight end. Big target there. Easy play there. And that's going to help him convert for the 1st. Now 1st and goal here. As we'll see the ball's at the 7-yard line. And Burrow here, play action, drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires this one, and he's going to overthrow it. And it looks like it was intended there to one of his, I forgot who that was there for that play, but overthrew it. As we'll see now what they'll try to do here on 2nd and goal. Pass there, that's going to be completed, and that's going to be taken down there at the 5. As they're looking at a 3rd and goal coming up. 3rd and goal coming up here for the Bengals. As they're on the 5-yard line here. Joe Burrow here going to call his number instead. He's going to dive in there for the touchdown. So far, the first touchdowns of this game, first 2 touchdowns have been completed by the quarterback here by scrambling. As you see, Joe Burrow says, hey, I got this there, boys. Gave me a wide open hole there to run right through a gap, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. 14 plays, 68 yards on that drive, and they'll score their first points of the day. As now we'll see Trevor Lawrence here come out here for another opportunity here to try to put some points on the board, as he will get the ball placed at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, and a pass there being completed. That's going to go to Thomas, as that's going to be a first. And no, it's going to be just short of the 1st there. It's going to be, I believe, a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 coming up here, ball in the 37. We'll see now a handoff here. That's going to be a jet sweep. And that's just going to be enough there from Gabe Davis as he gets the carry there. And he's able to convert for the 1st down. 1st and 10 here for the Jags. As we'll see a quick pass there. Nice catch. As unfortunately, it's not going to be enough there as battles there on the tackle, and no gain there for the wide receiver for the Jags there. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball still at the 39-yard line. Drop back here, pass for Lawrence. Lawrence finds a receiver, and he's going to find Kirk. As Kirk is able to get that catch, and he's going to place that one near at the 27-yard line. Now we're in Bengals territory here. Now drop back again here from Lawrence as he finds a receiver, and again it's going to be Kirk for another reception. Back-to-back receptions now for Kirk, as he is doing his playing his best game here right now. Doing a good job here getting these catches. He was kind of a bit of a no-show late in the season, and we're hoping that he'll be a consistent receiver over the course of the season. As playoffs, he was here and there. He didn't really make a big noise, I guess you could say, there in the playoffs. He made some pretty decent plays there, but nothing, as he is our wide receiver number 1. And there is debate right now if I'm kind of debating on if we're going to keep him as wide receiver 1 because we really need somebody to be a playmaker there in that position. So here we now we'll see here false start there on the Bengals. Ball now at the 14-yard line. Lawrence here quickly passes that one. That's going to be completed, and he's only going to get 2 on the play on that, looks like RPO there type of play. So 2nd and 8. Ball's going to be at the 12-yard line. Man in motion. It looks like Ingram trips to the right and pass there. That's going to be completed to ETN. And ETN trying to fight for that yardage there as he will get to the 8-yard line on the catch. So here we are now, 3rd and 4. Got to get this one inside the 5 to get the first down. Pass being completed there. That's going to go to Ingram. Ingram, he's going to find his way there as he crosses the line and hit the pylon. And that is going to be a touchdown. Evan Ingram gets a nice catch there, and he's going to find his way there as we get the first receiving touchdown of the season. And Evan Ingram's going to get this one here. Take a look at the replay. Does a great job there. Of course, he does a great job of muscling his way in there. 9 plays, 67 yards, and almost 4.5 minutes on that drive. Nice drive there as Coach Bonds really likes what he's seeing his team do here. He'd like to see his defense even come up with a bigger play now. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10 for the Bengals as Joe Burrow throws this one. And that's a great catch. As that Chase able to dive there and get that catch and bring it in. As you see the rookie Chevelle there trying to make the stop. Ball at midfield. Burrow gets hit as he throws that football there, and he got drilled pretty hard there. Nice hit there by Jones. As now they're looking at a 2nd and 10 here for the Bengals. Bengals now have 5 wide. Burrow here scrambles here, and Burrow gets hit as he throws. And that's another sack there by Mack. Khalil Mack getting to the quarterback again. And that's a big play there. A loss of 10 on that play. Makes it a 3rd and 20. And, of course, I'm hoping our boys will pin their ears back here and go after Burrow again. Make him, that's what we want to see here. We want to make him uncomfortable, throw his timing off. As the secondary is doing a great job here making coverage. Just covering the receivers very well. We'll see what the defense can do now here on this 3rd and 20. Let's keep pushing them back here. Ball on the 40-yard line here for a 3rd and 20. 2-minute warning here, of course, up here, and we'll see a run. And that's going to give them about 20 or about 10 on that play. Puts them at midfield, and it's going to be a back to the line of scrimmage there. As now they'll go ahead and elect a punt. As they'll kick this one here. And, of course, we'll see where this is going to land. That's going to land inside the 15. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence there. 10 of 8, 72 yards, and, of course, a touchdown there for him. Of course, a receiving and a rushing touchdown for him today in the game. We'll see a quick pass there. That's going to go to Thomas. As he is quickly getting the catch there at the 20, and we'll see a Bengal down. And he is going to have to go sit on the sideline there. As I believe that was Battle there on that play. I don't think that's Battle. We'll see what they'll try to do here on this 2nd and 4. Quick pass there. Nice slant pass. And that's going to be caught by Kirk. As they go ahead. And they're actually going to mark him just short of the first down markers. A timeout being called here. And it looks like it's going to be Jacksonville on that timeout. They have now 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half. 1:04 left here in the first half. 3rd and inches coming up. Man in motion. That'll be Gabe Davis. As we'll see a quick pass there to Davis. Davis gets the first down and much more. As he gets a gain of about 11 on that play. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 as getting close to 30 seconds left now. Ball on the 36-yard line. I imagine this will be some kind of deep, quick pass. No, it's going to be a short, quick pass. And it's going to be completed as we'll get to midfield. 1st and 10 here. Timeout being called as Kirk gets this one there in open field. And the Bengals trying to do their best to make a stop here. Lawrence here. I imagine at some point here we'll see a deep pass. Lawrence here scrambling, throwing this one away as he's being chased. As Taylor Britt there does his work, trying to get to the QB. 2nd and 10 coming up here, ball at the 50-yard line. We're trying to got to get to at least to the 35 to get a field goal here and put some more points on the board here. ETN, nice toss there to him, and that's going to get just short of what we need there as we're trying to do our best to move the ball. 3rd and 5 coming up here. Ball at the 35 or 45-yard line. Lawrence here drops back in the pocket. Lawrence can't find nobody. He's just going to throw it away. As now the ball is going to be still at the 45-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and 5 here. I believe they'll have the field goal unit come out here. And this is going to be about I would imagine about a 62-yard. Or no, they're going to go ahead and punt this. Never mind. And they're going to put them at the 3. So great job there from Cook. As he does a splendid job there. Putting them in the deep in their own side of the field there. So they're going to be at the 3-yard line here, and I imagine they'll probably take a kneel down here, and just go in the half as a score, down by a possession. So that is going to be your first half here as we go into the second half. It is 14-7 here in Jacksonville, as Coach Bonds likes what he's seeing from his team here in the first half. Playing some pretty good football here, but at the same time, we got to do a better job here moving the football, as we should have at least try to attempt a field goal there, but guess we don't have confidence in our kicker there, or at least our kicker's not in, I guess we're not really in range there. But there you see some of the games that we'll see, of course, be later on the week. As, of course, we're the first game of the new season. And there you see the Colts. They're in the West Coast playing against San Francisco. And, of course, what else? Titans, they're in Foxborough. And, of course, the Texans are up north there in upstate New York playing the Buffalo Bills. As we take a look here at the first half, look at that. There's a great block there by Bigsby. Does a great job there protecting his quarterback there, letting him get in the end zone. As you see, Evan Ingram gets a nice catch there. And that is going to have to be, I would have to say, a decent first half. Let's see if we can keep it up here. Put some more points on the board here. And, of course, I need to see that defense play even tougher and get a little more rough with this offensive line that we've been seeing here, and really shake up Burrow here. As we see a player of ours being shooken up there, and he's going to have to go to the sideline there. I'm not sure who that was there, but we'll see a 1st and 10 coming up here. The ball on the 33. Draw back here for Trevor, and a pass going to be completed there to Ingram. Or, DeSarga, as he's our second string tight end. So he makes a 5-yard catch. Makes it 2nd and 5. Quick pass, and it's going to be completed, but they're not going to get us the forward progress there. And we do have another Jaguar down. As this looks like Morris now. He'll have to come off the field here. So we'll have a new center on the field. We'll see now. 3rd and inches coming up here. Ball at the 43. Hand off there. That's going to go to ETN. And ETN, nothing but white jerseys there, but he is going to be able to get there quick enough there to get the first down after the tackle. So nice run there from him. We'll see what they'll try to do here on this ball on the 46-yard line. And like to see that good combination of the run here. As you see again, calling ETN's number, and does a great job as he gets a gain of 6 on that carry. But that was one of the things we had last year was so great. The mixture of the pass and the run did really well for us. Trying to have this offense be more facet, not so one-dimensional, as we see another nice reception there for another first down. And, of course, it's going to be really important for us that Trevor just stays, loose out there and be able to find quick passes. And obviously, if a play breaks down, take off and run. So another first down here for the Jaguars here. The ball at the 31-yard line. Trevor here, quick pass there. That's going to be completed as that's going to go to Davis. And he'll get a gain of 8 there on the catch, making it now a 2nd and 2. So we're doing a good job here moving down the field here. I always say go back to the run here on this play. As you'll see a man in motion. That'll be Davis. Draw back here for Trevor. He's going to throw this one up the middle there, and that's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown! Evan Ingram in the end zone again here, the second time here tonight. And we're starting to pull away here now as we have a 2-possession lead. Look at this pass there. Had that hole in the middle there wide open. No linebacker covered him. They were playing zone, and they were relying on that secondary, that safety to help him out. And that safety was nowhere to be found. It was too late, too late as he got himself in the end zone. So here we are now, up by 2 possessions here. Taking a look at Joe Burrow. Of course, it's not been a good night here for Joe Burrow. He's been roughed up. He's been picked off already. And, of course, he's fumbled earlier. And I'm sure he would like to do a better job here in the second half. 1st and 10, ball in the own 26. Burrow drops back here, throws this one. That's going to be caught there. That's going to be a 5-yard catch for a 2nd and 5. Burrow in the backfield here, along with Edwards. Drops back, looks here, fires. That's going to be caught, and it's going to take the receiver. Receiver's going to catch that one in bounds. Going to get his momentum going out of bounds there, as he does get the first. 1st and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. Under 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. See a quick pass, and oh, what a hit there by the defender. As the receiver had the ball and then dropped the ball. That was Edwards there coming out of the backfield. I think he's going to be feeling that one in the morning. And see a handoff there to Edwards. Edwards trying to get out of the backfield, but he's going to be brought down there quickly. He might have got a yard or 2 on that carry. But they're looking at a 3rd and 8 now. Ball placed at the 40, their own 40-yard line. We'll see a drop back here for Burrow. Burrow throws this one. It's going to be completed. And that's going to be well more than enough there from Chase as he will get the first down. So Jacksonville able to move the football here. Ball at the 48. There's 5:45 left here in the third quarter. Burrow again drops back, throws this one there. That's going to be easily caught. And that's going to be a nice reception as Higgins there gets the catch. As he, of course, was on the sideline earlier. And now we see another one of our Jags players on the sideline. As I believe that was Armstead again. 2nd and 2 coming up here. Drop back from Burrow. Burrow looks to his right, finds a receiver, and he finds Higgins on the quick catch. Another first down here for Cincy. As we'll see them now on the 29-yard line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Handoff to Edwards. He's trying to get out of the backfield there. And he's only going to get only a yard there on the play. Nice stop there for Olacon as he makes a nice defensive play there. 2nd and 9, quick pass. And, oh, again, a nice hit there. As the receiver there just looking around like, what hit me? Who hit me? He got drilled pretty good there. So nice hit there from the defensive line of the Jaguars. As we'll see now here, pass here. That's going to go deep, and it's going to get tipped away. Intended there for Higgins, but Darby right there breaks up the play. And now he's going to force Jacksonville here, or excuse me, the Bengals to kick a field goal here. And this is going to be about a 48-yard kick. And that kick is going to be up, and that kick is going to be good. So, nice job there as they put some points on the board here. 21-10. As Trevor Lawrence here having a pretty decent game here tonight. 2 touchdowns through the air, both by Ingram. And, of course, a nice rushy touchdown there as well. Early on in that, I believe that first drive. We'll see what he can do here now. So, we're trying to, again, put some more points up on the board here. 1st and 10, ball on their own 32. Lawrence under center, hands off to ETN, and ETN, he just realized that play did not work for him as he gets caught in the backfield there. 2nd and 11 now coming up. Defensive line's got to do a better job, or excuse me, offensive line got to do a better job there of blocking. Open up those lanes there for ETN as we'll see a quick catch, and oh, Thomas gets drilled, but he's able to hold on to it as he catches that one at the 45. And Coach Bonds likes that. He's likes seeing his receivers taking those hits, but at the same time, hold on to the football. Nice pass out of the backfield there for ETN as he gets 2 yards. And they're trying a little bit of everything right now, trying to get ETN involved in the passing game as well, which that's what I like to see here. So now 2nd and 8. Drop back here, and we got to see a quarterback running here, and he's going to run, and oh, thank goodness he slides. Slides at the 43-yard line, gets the first down, realized that play was breaking up, and had to made sure he had to do something with that football, and of course, either throw it away or move it down the field. Quick pass here, that's going to be thrown, that's going to be recepted, and that's going to go to Evan Ingram again for another great catch there. T-Law looking very confident in his pocket here tonight. He's kind of a continuation of what we've seen last year at the Super Bowl, as we see again, or throughout the Super Bowl and the playoffs. And as we see a carry there, that's going to be enough for the first down as the Jaguars get another set of downs here now. 1st and 10, ball to 33. Shotgun here for Lawrence. Lawrence quickly passes there to ETN. ETN should have just went on the other side there on that left, or instead of going far left, should have stayed right. He had a good blocking there. So no gain on that reception. See what they'll try to do here is ETN. Oh, look at that line there. Defensive line all over that one is Wilson. Just got that snap count down. And I think Trevor needs to try to change that up, especially for the run. 3rd and 11 coming up. Ball the 39-yard line here. 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Quick pass there. That's gonna be given to Bigsby, and Bigsby going to find the first down marker and a little bit more as he gets himself to the 19-yard line. Nice reception there from him. As we'll see the final few seconds tick away here. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th and final quarter here. Last chances now for the Bengals here to get back in this ball game here today. As we see, that was the only touchdown they have so far here. And we'll see if they can bounce back here in the 4th quarter. So now the ball on the 19-yard line here. Jaguars looking to try to strike again. As we'll see a handoff there to ETN, and ETN gets a nice run there from him as he gets a few yards. So now 2nd down coming up. Got to get the ball inside the 10 to get the new set of downs. So we'll see a handoff there to ETN. ETN looking for that good block there, but just didn't really have one there. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage there as we get to a 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 coming up here. Trevor Lawrence in the backfield. Bigsby there on the wheel route, and we'll see. I almost got taken away there as Thomas Britt there almost had an interception. Thank goodness he doesn't have really good hands. So now we're going to have to just kick a field goal here on this 4th and 7. Ball at the 16-yard line. This will be a 33-yard kick. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So no problem there for Patterson as he's able to kick that one up the uprights, and now making this lead extended even more now here. 24-10 as we go to the final 9 minutes and 51 seconds of this ball game. And of course, we would like to try to get the ball back here defensively. We got to make a quick stop here with Joe Burrow. 1st and 10, ball on the 34-yard line. Burrow quickly passes there. That's going to be caught as the receiver will get the catch. And that'll be a 5-yard reception. Burrow trying to get his team back in this ball game here. They have not led this game at all. They've only tied so far here with Jacksonville in this game. And right now they're having a tough time as the defense has been having their day here with this offensive line, of course, with Burrow. 3rd and 3 coming up. Drop back from Burrow. Burrow looks to the left-hand side, finds a receiver. That one's going to be caught, and that's going to be enough there for the first down. Nice play there from Holden as he'll move the chains. So now we cross the 50-yard line here. 1st and 10. Pass up the middle. That's going to be a nice reception. And that's going to be Gesicki on the catch as he is, of course, looking for a flag there, but he's not going to get one. So now ball plays at the 41-yard line. 2nd and 2. Looks like going to be five. Or looks like it's going to be 4 wide here, or 5 wide. Excuse me. Man in motion. Drop back here. Likes a little RPO, and that's going to be a quick pass, quick stop there by the defense, as they read that one very well. Now 3rd and 7 coming up, as now we'll see what they'll try to do here. Trying for on this 3rd down. They have not had too many 3rd down conversions here today. As we'll see a pass here being completed, caught, and they're going to say it's a catch. And nice job there from the veteran Gesicki, as he's able to get to the 37-yard line for the 1st down. Under 7 minutes left here. So far, Bengals been looking pretty good here on this drive. Find the right personnel here to help them out, as they'll push Edwards out there. Edwards will get pushed back a yard as Khalil Mack and company make the nice stop. So now we'll see what they'll try to do here on this 2nd and 11. I imagine this will be some kind of short pass under the coverage. Linebackers need to be very aware here. Let's drop back quickly. There you see again another short pass, and that's going to be completed there. As we'll see there, nice catch. Puts them at the 29-yard line. They got to get 2 here to get the 1st. See what they'll try to do. They have Edwards now in motion. He's going to be a receiver now at the top of your screen. Drop back here from Burrow. Burrow throws one up the middle there, and that's going to be completed. Touchdown, Bengals. As that is T. Higgins gets the catch. Nice play there. Nobody was covering that man at all. Straight streak there right up the middle. No problem whatsoever to get to him. And that's going to be a touchdown there for the Bengals. The Bengals now start to creep back in this ball game here now. 24-17. So just down by a possession here now with 5:41 left here. Jacksonville is going to have to play a decent game here now. I decided to go ahead and decide to put Lawrence out, take Lawrence out of the game and put in Bigsby here. And I want to kind of see what our team can do with our 2nd string halfback and our 2nd string quarterback, as well as kind of change some of the wide receivers as well here. And you see Davis is actually our wide receiver 1. And we'll move these guys around and see what they can actually do here. As, you know, it's kind of risky with the 7-point lead here. But at the same time, I kind of want to test these guys, see what they can do here, and see if they're able to, of course, help us out and get down the field here. So we're going to put Thomas at the top, Denby here at the 2nd, Johnson at 3rd, and Jalen Higgins at 4. So I think that's a pretty good mix there. We got some pretty good speeds as well to help us out. By far, we got our rookies are by far the speediest guys out there. And of course, we are going to change the defensive line here, as I want to put Mason and kind of maybe move him. Thinking about moving Hamilton, but we don't. And then Reed, I kind of want to get him involved a little bit more. And as you see here, just kind of check and see what guys we can possibly shuffle around here, as we kind of want to make a little bit of a shakeup. You see Ravel now going to be that corner, so he's going to be facing against the top wide receiver, and that's going to be a really good matchup here. He has really good speed. He can match up with pretty much any wide receiver out there as a corner. We'll see how he's going to be matched up here this time around. We'll see on defense there, but right now we'll go to offense here. 1st and 10 as we make some personnel changes here. And that's going to, of course, get a yard there on that carry. Ball on the 25-yard line here. 2nd and 9 coming up, actually. Handoff there. That's going to be Bigsby, but looks like this one might be coming back, as I think this might be a holding call. And that's exactly what it is. It's going to be on Evan Ingram. 10-yard penalty, and that's going to repeat the down here now. It's 2nd and 18. So we got the ball placed at our own 17-yard line here. We'll see what we'll do here. Under center, we'll run this one here. Bigsby's going to try to run this one, as it gets a gain of 4 on the play. So now we'll see if Will can get us out of this jam. So now 3rd and 14, pass there. That's going to be blocked intended there for Thomas, and a great stop there from the Bengals defense. Excuse me. As we'll see now, the Bengals now have the ball here on their own 41-yard line. So, worst comes to worst, we'll put back in Trevor to help us out. But I feel pretty confident with our defense. We made some pretty good significant changes here on defense. I feel like there's going to be a change here. We'll see a pass here being completed. And that's going to be caught there at the 48-yard line. So, 1st and 10 here for the Bengals as they're trying to have a game-winning drive here. 3:45 left here in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 on the ball. They're now on the Jags 48. Pass there, and that's going to be intercepted. And that is going to be our rookie corner, Chevelle Jr., as he's able to get the catch there. What a play there from him. And that's what I'm talking about there. He is taking the opportunity that we're giving him. He makes a great defensive play there. Look at that. Reads the quarterback, realizes that quarterback's looking right down at him. And I don't know if Joe Burrow realized that receiver or the defender was there and being covered by him, but he does a great job there snagging that ball and gets that ball back here to us here on the offense. And it's Howard, like I mentioned earlier, for whatever reason, he's glitched out as he's black, but in real life he's white. So try to change it, but it just, for whatever reason, it's not working. So we'll see now, ball the 46-yard line here. We'll see what Howard will do is he'll hand this one off to Bigsby, and Bigsby gets a nice run there from him. He shoots out like a cannon, and that's going to be a nice 11-yard carry. As Battle there talking smack there to Bigsby. Ball the 46. 2:30 left here in the 4th quarter. Just trying to take our time here. We'll see. Drop back here for Howard. Howard quickly throws. This one's going to go deep and almost in the hands of Evan Ingram, but he will drop it. And we're looking at it now at 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball in there at the 46-yard line of the Bengals. Pass underneath coverage there. That's going to be a great catch. As Wilson makes the tackle there, and you see Howard fired up, trying to get his team down the field here and try to get a win here. As we get to the 2-minute warning now, and we'll see what the rookie quarterback can do here. This will be a nice game-winning drive here if he can put up, obviously, some points on the board here. Drop handoff now to Bigsby. Bigsby runs this one there, gets enough for the first, and tags on a little bit more. And the ball is now placed at the 32. And it's Bigsby there. Ooh, getting pushed around there in Battle. Again, still talking some smack there. We'll see now. 1st and 10 here for the Jags. As we'll see Bigsby again, runs this one there, and that's what we want to see here in this position here. Want to see Bigsby make those nice runs like that. As he makes a nice carry there for a gain of 9. And whereas Bengals have already used 2 timeouts already. They have 1 left remaining, and now Bigsby here trying to get around to his own blocks. And again, he finds the hole there for the first as the ball now plays at the 20-yard line. So now they can now go ahead and take a knee here if they want. That's exactly what they're going to do, as they're going to run down the clock. As Cincinnati just cannot stop the clock whatsoever. So now, under a minute and a half here. Play clock's running down to 4. And, of course, they'll do a handoff here. That's going to go to Bigsby. Bigsby there finds the nice carry there for a nice gain of about, they say, 9. He's going to be short there. And now with 30 seconds left here, all the Jags have to do now is just take a knee. And they can walk it out with a victory here. Nice win here in Jacksonville on Thursday Night Football here against the Bengals. As we start off on the right foot again. Last year, we played against Miami. Had to go overtime to win the game there in Miami as they go ahead and kick a field goal there to just put a little 10-point lead here on them. As that is up in the uprights there. And that should be the final for this one here as we see the final kickoff here as there's still a second left. And that one's going to go in the back of the end zone. As the Bengals are trying to run this one out, and they get to just the 21-yard line. And that is going to be your game. Final score 27-17 here on Thursday Night Football. And a nice win here for the Jaguars as they are now 1-0 to kick off the new campaign. And nice win here for Coach Bonds and his team, as they're looking pretty good here. They were pretty decent here tonight. I like especially the confidence there coming from Lawrence. You know, he knows he's on the chopping block because this is the year that we want to see him. You know, he's got his ring, so we want to see him progress, not regress. We want to see him progress and get better and show what these rookie quarterbacks that we just picked up in the draft, what they can do. Of course, Sam Darnell's with us as well, so in case push comes to shove here, we can start Darnell, or and he looked pretty good there. The pretty decent drive there for him with a couple snaps. He looked pretty solid there. So I feel like we got a good future here with the quarterbacks that we have here in Jacksonville. And of course, defense been doing a great job here as well. Of course, got some nice turnovers there as well. +3 in the turnovers in today's game, as I believe we had one interception and was it 2 interceptions and a fumble, something like that. But overall, a really good game here for Jacksonville. 24-31. We didn't have to throw the ball too much there. 2 touchdowns. It was 2 interceptions and a fumble there for Cincinnati. So nice job, as our team just really came together here in all facets of the game. And we're now just going to try to see if we can do the same thing again, but this time on Monday Night Football for Week 2 there in Indy. Yeah, already got a high priority game already in Week 2. Oh boy, it's gonna be a fun one. As last time we played against the Colts there, they beat us in overtime with a nice QB sneak there from Richardson. And hopefully the team learned something from that. Hopefully that will not be the case this time around. But Joe Burrow, 29-38, 255, completed 76% of his passes. He had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. His longest pass is 31 yards. Trevor Lawrence, 23-28, 208, 82% of passes are completed, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, surprisingly, and 34 yards was his longest pass. Howard was one for 3 for 8 yards, and nice job there, just managing the game. We'll let him play that last drive, getting down the field here, and of course scoring field goal there for us. ETN, I wish we can get more out of him. 15 carries, 43 yards, no rushing touchdowns for him. Edwards for the Bengals, Donovan Edwards from Michigan, the rookie. He had a nice day there on the field as well for the Bengals. And of course, Bigsby, 8 carries for 43 yards. Trevor Lawrence, 3 carries for 28 yards and a rushing touchdown. And of course, Burrow, 2 carries for 4 yards and a rushing touchdown there for him. So both quarterbacks did a great job there on the ground, getting in the end zone. Christian Kirk, 8 catches for 85 yards. Wish we got him in the end zone here today, but as always, next week. T. Higgins, 6 catches for 96 and a touchdown. Ingram had a nice day here. 3 catches for 40. Not big numbers, but he got in the end zone twice. That was nice, seeing him do that. As the 8-year man from Ole Miss shows the youngsters he still has it there in the red zone. And of course, there you see the rest of the numbers. Thomas, 3 catches for 28 yards there. Like to see more passes thrown to his direction there as well. And of course, there you see our leaders in tackles. Ofcon had 12. Lloyd had 11. Sherrill had 9. Nice day there. Of course, the interception as well from him, which was game-changing there, because that's what got us secure that lead that we had, and definitely helped us put on 3 more points to really seal the deal. Khalil Mack had a nice day there too as well. He had 4 tackles, 8 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Nice. He did get to the quarterback quite often. And I'm sure Joe Burrow's like, man, where in the hell? How in the hell did they get him? And Chevelle, of course, had that interception as well. The young man from Eastern Carolina. Nice debut there for him. 9 tackles, and of course a very nice interception there to help us, just pretty much put the cap in the game and sealed off the Bengals. Logan Wilson 11. They had the most tackles there for the Bengals. He had 11 for the game. Not a bad day there for him. He's all around the ball. Also three TFLs in this one. Pratt had 2. Hill had 1. They had no sacks on us, surprisingly enough, which I'm highly surprised by that. And no interceptions as well. I'm not surprised by that. Like I said, Trevor did a great job there on the field. Threw the ball away when he needed to, and made some plays with his legs. So there you see, in week 1, you got the Atlanta Falcons with 35-7 over the Giants. Tennessee loses to New England 26-17 there in Foxborough. Also, the Bills defeat the Texans 31-6. Jets lose to Cleveland 42-28. Wow, Cleveland. I'm getting kind of nervous about that. Washington beats Dallas 28-14. Green Bay, they lose to the Chicago Bears they're at the Frozen Tundra 20-17. Miami wins 26-24 against the Chargers. And then, of course, this game right here, 49ers, they lose 41-29 there in Santa Clara. The Seahawks 30-24 against the Cardinals. And then Minnesota defeats Detroit 31-28. And of course, Kansas City defeats Denver 38-19. And of course, there you see our game from Thursday night. So Chiefs got a nice win there on Sunday Night Football. So right now, the first week looks like this: Ravens 1-0 along with the Browns. Steelers and Bengals both have a loss. At the AFC South, you got us and the Colts with a win, and the Titans and Texans with a loss. Of course, we play the Colts next week. Winner of that will have the lead in the division. Bills and Patriots get a win along with the Dolphins. Jets get their first loss. Kansas City, the only winners, and they're in the West, in the AFC West. Chargers, Raiders, and obviously the Broncos lost to the Chiefs, got a loss. Vikings, Bears get a win. Panthers and Falcons both get a win. Bucks and Saints get a loss. And then the Eagles and Commanders lead in the NFC East. And then Seahawks, Rams pick up a nice victory there for themselves there in the NFC West. So, as we wrap up today's episode, we see here that big game I was mentioning earlier. It's going to be a Monday Night Football game. It's going to be live in Lucas Oil Stadium. You know the crowd's going to be rowdy. And, of course, they would like to take control of the NFC South. And, of course, we have to deal with Anthony Richardson. Remember last year, he beat us in overtime with a nice little QB sneak. And, our defense, for whatever reason, he did it quite often in the game. I don't understand why they just didn't pick that up. But hopefully we're a little bit wiser, a year older, a little wiser. Hopefully we'll be able to stop him and have a pretty successful Monday night game against the Colts. Because, like I said, we got to play them here in 2 weeks. They're in week 4, along with the week 3 and week 5. We got to play against the Texans. So we got AFC South games. They're trying to get us to decide that very quickly here. Of course, you got the Titans later on, but yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting game. Winner of this will control the South for a little bit. We'll see how things go coming up in this game. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and of course, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And of course, you guys can check us out here on ESGNet Plus for more content. And as well as don't forget to check our main channel, ESGNet, here on YouTube for more content when it comes to Madden 25 as well as College Football 25 here on both channels. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more as the Jacksonville Jaguars to continue on the prowl here in this next episode. They'll be on the prowl for the Colts in week 2. We'll see if we can get our second win in a row. As always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.